That's literally, dude. Those days literally gave me those days.
Which one do you love more?
Hey guys, it's Vic,
It's Alan,
and this is the Curly Headed Bro Show.
So we're going with after high school life.
Post high school.
Post high school.
Yeah. What did we do once we threw that cap up behind us and
said bye to all our friends and never saw them again?
Pretty much. So like,
maybe we did.
Do you still talk to high school friends?
Yeah, I still do. But before we even go into that, we took two different routes, and that's why we're talking about this. Because
yes,
I went out like after high school. I went to college. I went to a four-year college here in Colorado, and
I went to the military. I joined the Navy right after high school.
Yeah,
so that's the main reason why.
Two different routes,
and we're kind of just seeing differences and then comparing them. So,
but going back to I still I was texting one of my boys right now.
Same.
So I went to a baseball game with one of my friends that I knew since like middle school. Like I don't really have too many of those friends, but yeah, I still talk to a lot of people I knew from high school.
I think the shitty part about joining the military is the fact that most of the time, I would say, you leave your hometown. I'm from South Carolina. I live here in Denver, Colorado. And I mean, I keep in touch with maybe like 5 friends, which is fine. I mean,
that's a good number to have, honestly.
I love them all, but like they're still close. I'm close to them, and I feel like I can rely on them. Yeah. But so usually people ask me why I joined the military. Why didn't you join the military?
I never wanted to go into the military, like, because I know you had like recruiters and all that go to your school and all that.
Yeah.
Where they brought the bar and everything to do pull-ups and just like.
They
would do that to our high school, and they were always there. But I just never saw myself in the military. I didn't see. Not that I'm not grateful for this country, but I'm like, I was in a lower income neighborhood where I'm like, okay, where's all this help that this great country is giving us? I was always grateful for people that served. Don't get me wrong. It's not like oh, fuck the soldiers or whatever, but
that's how it feels.
Yeah. Whatever. But I mean, I was grateful for that, but I just didn't see myself joining the military. I didn't think I needed it.
Yeah. I mean, to be 100% honest, I felt the exact same way as you. And the reason why too, I was in ROTC, right? Okay. And I had a really big problem with another kid yelling at me. Okay. It just wasn't my thing. Yeah. When I was about to graduate high school, me and my best friend, he really wanted to join. Unfortunately, like because of his status, he couldn't join he wanted to join the Marines, right? Okay. And he kind of was like influencing me a little bit, but like here's the thing, like I did pretty good in school. Like I could have gone to college, done that route, whatever. Yeah. But like I'm from South Carolina. There is very little to do where I'm from, especially in a small town where I'm from. Like it's kind of like a.
You never like looked at like out of state?
Yeah, but I mean it was expensive, and I come from I'm a first generation American. My parents don't come from money. My sister is the first person in our family to go to college, to say, and I'm just like. And I'm the type of person, like, I hated asking my parents for money or asking them for help just because I knew. So I'm just like,
what? You already knew the answer, but at the same time, you didn't, like, you still just didn't want to.
I didn't put my finger on it. Yeah. But, like, I needed to find a way to live my life without having to, I guess, like, better term, like, burden my family or, like, have them feel like they need to help me out, Yeah. So, and I'll tell you how I joined the Navy. So, it wasn't. So I was getting to that. I was already talking to a recruiter in the Army, right? Yeah. I wanted to be a medic, a nurse, like a nurse's assistant, whatever. That was my main thing. I wasn't as big as I am now, but like I was a little chubbier, and I didn't meet their weight requirement, right? And he told me like it's not like I didn't meet it, but he wanted me to be under. I was at it. He wanted me to be under it, right? So he was just like, lose 5 pounds. I was like, okay, cool. I worked out, whatever. I lost the 5 pounds. I went back. He's just like, I want you to lose another 5 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, I felt bad. felt like I was like, am I that big? I don't know, right? But anyways, I went and I lost another 5 pounds, right? And literally, I was just thinking in the back of my head, like, what am I doing? Like, do I really want to, like, in my head, the army was like, do I want to drive tanks? Do I want to shoot guns? Like, is that really something that I want to do? And I remember, this was back when the Navy, the uniform was like that blue uniform, right? And I saw 2 of them walking into their office, and I'm just like, the Navy. I'm like, I'm just like, I'm saying like the Navy. I'm like, dude, am I suited for that? Like, you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna go talk to them. And literally that same day, like,
sold.
I wouldn't say sold.
You but basically were though.
I mean, when I say I wouldn't say sold because they didn't promise me that, because what my intention was, I wanted to be a medic because I wanted to be a nurse right after, right?
Yeah.
They didn't promise me that, but I don't know. I guess they just persuaded me, right? And then literally, you know,
they probably did less. Like they probably tried way less, but sometimes that works. If
that recruiter's listening, I'm sorry to put you through hell. Not put you through hell, but he like.
Oh, the army one?
Yeah, because he put he cared.
Yeah,
he put his work on me, like, and I did what was needed.
Well, yeah, you still did it though.
I still did it, and then I was fine.
You're still in the military.
Still in the military, you know.
He basically did his job just for the wrong team.
I mean, but he didn't, you know, they get quotas, have to get quotas and stuff. But anyways, and then I joined, and So when did you join, or did you start college right after the high school, like straight after high school?
I've always been good in school. I went to a lower income school, so doing average is doing the greatest there.
Yeah.
So, which really messes you up when you go to college because you end up. I was like top 20 in the class.
Yeah, like they're average over there.
Yeah, so like in my head, I'm like, oh, like I'm a good, like I'm a bright student, and like I took calculus and I took all like the hard classes, I guess, and I even passed the AP test. But I've always been good at school. It's just come naturally to me. So my mom always told me like, you gotta go to college after school. Yeah. And I never really fought her on that. What I wish I did listen to her more on was scholarships. We would get in fights. We would get in screaming like fights because like she would try to push me, and I was like, I don't want to do it because there was nothing but papers. And I killed it on math. I killed it in science. But when it came to writing a paper, I just hated to do it. I can't write. I hate writing. I hate putting details on a piece of paper. Like you know, talking to me, like I miss everything. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, they already know about it. But I'm not detailed with anything I do, let alone writing.
Yeah.
So I wish I would have like actually like written the papers and actually like put in time into scholarships. But I always knew I was gonna go to college, and like I got offers to different colleges. But the one I wanted to go to, because I wanted to be an engineer, I wanted to go to the School of Mines, which is like a really, really good engineering school here.
So what school did you go to?
I went to Greeley, but I didn't go to Mines because I got rejected, because I sent in my application, they said no. So that kind of killed my engineering dreams, just like off the bat. I was like, if I'm not gonna be an engineer at Mines, then I'm not gonna be an engineer at all. So then I ended up going to Greeley because I actually filled out the paperwork, and they said yes right away. So I didn't even care any other school that was like, okay, I'm going there. They said yes first.
Yeah. So. See, and you know what's funny, because I mentioned that I wanted to be a nurse, right?
Yeah.
So
I took a good nursing school too. Greeley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's one on top.
Oh, maybe I'll keep that in mind. But you don't pick your job at the recruiting station. Yeah. They take you to a place called MEPS, right? So MEPS is like, they do your physical evaluation. Yeah. They make sure like your blood is good, your joints are good. Like they make sure that you are like healthy. Physically like healthy, like making sure like just to give you an example, like you're literally like in a room, or this was my experience at least, but yeah, I was in a room full of dudes. We're all in our boxers, and we're literally just like slamming our knees to the ground because they wanted to hear how our joints felt on like, or they wanted to hear like the joints on our knees or something. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure about like the medical side of that, but that's what we had to do, and we had to just do like different like I guess exercises.
That reminds me of like Captain America when they're like trying to like get into the war. I don't know.
Kind of. I mean, yeah, kind of like a little bit. One of them is like, you know, you're like butt naked and this doctor, and you're like, he's like, all right, bend down and spread them.
Literally. Is it like the cough thing? Is like
no, they just look. I'm assuming they're looking like pretty much. Like I don't think they were like cough like Make sure you have nothing.
What the hell do you get from looking at like they're looking at your ass, right?
I think like hemorrhoids or something. I don't know. But anyways, right? So after you're done with all that, then you go talk to another recruiter, and then based on your ASVAB, right? You get to pick your job. And then, well, you get to pick your job based on the availability, and this is just for the Navy. I can't really speak for other branches.
So like, what if you're like in a better, healthy?
No.
I don't understand. What's the point?
So the healthy part is just to see if you can join the military.
Okay.
Right, and then once you're done, because I mean, like if you're, I don't know if
you got screened for it. Yeah.
You get screened, right? Like if you don't pass the screening, what's the point of looking for a job?
Yeah.
You know. But anyways, like once you pass that, then they start discussing your job, and then that's when you start signing your contract. You know. And I remember I went 3 times to MEPS because I wanted to be a nurse so bad, right?
But it wasn't available.
It was not available. It's based on what is needed and what's available. Like if
so, that's why you went into IT.
Yep. I remember my first 3 jobs was like a cop, there's a quartermaster, which is like, I mean, I don't even know what they do. I think they just draw maps. I don't know, but whatever. And then the other one was like a scuba diver, right?
That's kind of cool.
I didn't want to do that. I'm like, I know how to swim.
Oh, you're scared of the ocean. I forgot.
I'm not scared of the ocean. I'm like, that's like a fear, like looking down. But anyways, different video. I'm not really too afraid, but I went the second time. They just had 2 jobs, and it was just the cop and the quartermaster, right? The scuba diving went away. My 3rd time, and it was on my birthday, I remember. And I told myself, I'm like, you know what, like, I'm like, I guess the cop thing wouldn't be too bad. Like I was settling, right?
Yeah.
But I came back it was a different recruiter. It was a chick. And then she noticed that I went 3 times. She's like, oh, she's like, maybe 3rd time's a charm. I'm like, I hope. I'm hoping for that, nursing thing. She's just like, well, this time it's 4, not 3. So it was the cop, the quartermaster, the scuba diving thing came back, and then the last one was IT.
So you still settled, but it wasn't the worst.
It was no, absolutely not. It was like, she was just like, hey, look, this right here. She pointed out the IT. I'm not trying to lie to you. Like I'm not trying to, you might think I'm trying to finesse you. Screw these other 3. This will get you at least something outside of the military if you decide not to do it.
She's being real with you.
She was being real, and I felt
you have a career with this.
I felt the sincerity, you know, and I'm just like, and I almost wanted to tear up just because I was like, do I want to do this again? Because here's the thing, I had to wait, and then for everyone else to get screened, and then I can go apply for a job. So I had to wait for like 4 hours sitting there.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, And I remember I'm just like,
I just applied. I got in.
Yep. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm like, and then she gave me 2 dates to leave. She's like, and it was the worst dates too. She said December 19th or February the 9th. December 19th was my little sister's birthday, and February the 9th was my older sister's birthday. That's literally, dude. Those days literally gave me those days.
Which one do you love more?
But I mean, it's like, but I chose obviously 19th, like the next year.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, February the 9th. I'm like, sign my life away.
And then you got shipped off to wherever they ship you, and you do your training. And
I went in, but here's going back to college. I went to community college before I left. So I got a few credits on. Because my birthday's in August, right? And my
So you were just chilling, doing kind of whatever you wanted to do for a while?
I worked, I went to college, like you have that. So that time technically is supposed to
Did you ever regret, like while you're in college, you're like, oh, maybe I should just stick to this? Or is your life...
Oh, all the time. Till this day. No, not regret.
Because did you sign and then that's why you like had to go, or what?
Yeah, I think it's desertion if I don't. I think. Because I signed a contract. I can't back out of it. But like, no, I don't regret it whatsoever. Don't regret joining the military. I just wonder what would my life be like if I had the college experience.
I regret not going to Baylor because I was basically already in there, and it's in Texas. It's a way bigger school than I went to. I regret not going there just because it was bigger and because I stayed here because I was comfy because my friends were going to the school I went to, like not all of them, but a couple. My mom was here, like it was an hour away from home, so I didn't have to go far. But I regret not going to a big school and not just like starting over meeting new friends.
Yeah,
you know me, like I could make a friend like easily.
Like that.
Well,
me.
Yeah, like even though you hated me, but I wish I went to a bigger school just to get the experience and just to I don't know, do something different. Have more friends. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing I had to give up too, because I'm like, I had to give up my friends, my family. Like, I had to start over.
Like, they just ship you too. They just like wherever you. Hey, you're going here now.
Hey, you go. It was,
well, at least you went to Hawaii though. You could have been sent to anywhere else, and you got sent to Hawaii.
I got lucky. That's the thing. I got lucky, and my first duty station was Hawaii, forever Hawaii. But I mean, like, but the kind of like weird, refreshing thing is, in boot camp, everyone's in the same position.
Yeah.
All you motherfuckers are bald. Like, you're all like, we're all vulnerable. True. You're like stripped from like anything. Like, dude, like my hair was like.
You don't talk to your family, right? Either for a while. Like,
they let you call. Like, I called them about like 3 times the whole time I was there. It sucked. That's the thing too. I'm like, it's kind of, if you send a troubled kid or a kid who's like really like, like bad with their family, that will make you miss your family. I missed my mom like crazy. I missed my sister, my dad. Like,
going to college though, that's what helped me and my mom's relationship. Like, not seeing each other. Like, I would have never drive.
Makes you miss you more. Makes you miss each other more.
She missed me more than anything.
Well, I mean,
that's the thing though. I was always cool with like my mom, but like it got to a point where she's like, she just wanted me out of the house. Understandable, she's a parent.
Yeah.
So when I would come back, she'd be like, "Oh, this little shit is back. Like, he's a little shit, but he's my little shit." But I think that's time.
I think that is time.
I think we can still go more into, posts. We might do like a part 2 because that was like really.
I feel like that's like the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna do a part 2.
Yeah. Maybe not next time, but we're definitely gonna come back and talk a little bit more about that.
Definitely.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Any comment. Leave some feedback.
It's much appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah. And tune in for next time.
Subscribe.
All right. See ya.